You're listening to Hey Pal, What's New with JohnAlex and Greg. Hey Pal, What's New is a GBR production. Follow us on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and all other social media platforms. Hey Pal, What's New can be found on Spotify, Twitch, YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Google, Podbean, Pandora, and all your other favorite podcast locations. Oh no, there goes Ezra. Oh no, watch out, man. Get your children inside. Yo, pussy stinks.
Yo, pussy. Oh, you don't want to start with that, do you?
Oh, no. We are live because yo, pussy stinks.
Oh, boy. It's happened more than 3 times. It's a sin, everybody. It's Hey, Pal, What's New?
Shake it 3 times.
We're doing another remote. I know.
Does someone have COVID again? Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it's COVID City over here.
I thought
thankfully,
we were done
negative.
with this shit.
Yeah. But a family member of mine, the Mimi, has it. So, once again, the Hey Pal, What's New crew has to go remote. One from the GBR studios, the other one from the CCC, because damn COVID. I thought we'd be done with this shit already.
Don't want to let the one fan down.
Yeah, exactly. No, I mean, thankfully, knock on wood, she's doing fine. She was vacuuming before. Oh, show me what you're wearing.
No, we're not having that again.
Yeah, we already made that mistake last week.
Yeah.
Anyway, but yeah, we're doing the remote thing, unfortunately. Yep. But hey, like I said, we're doing content, we're doing our pod, we're doing our thing. Unfortunately, we were both supposed to go see a lot of bands today. Blue Alien Mystics playing at the Freight House.
We were going to do double duty.
Yeah, we were going to do like the world tour. We were going to do go see Vern at the Chance today, and then go see freaking Barry at the Freight House. But once again, the goddamn casino there, June.
The fucking COVID ruins everything.
The goddamn casino there, June. It just ruined everything. But hey, look, at least everybody's healthy and happy. And like I said, she's got the sniffles, she's got a cough, but she was, still chooching around, doing some laundry and doing some other stuff. I'm like, she comes in, I'm just like, stay out, leave. Yeah, so anyway, hey, by the way, my name's Greg, and this is JohnAlex over here, and we're here to give you some content, let you know about all the cool stuff that's going on in our lives besides COVID. And we don't want to say the C word because you get taken off of the YouTube for that.
Oh, that's right. Days. That's one of their fucking, I don't know, YouTube and Spotify. They're like,
Spotify does it too?
If you even discuss the C.
Yeah, that's why I call it the big casino there.
Not the good C, cock, but...
So, wait, let me get this straight, John. We could say cock and cunt and,
cum guzzling gutter slut
and fucking anal warts, but we can't say the big casino.
COV. I did it.
The nope. C19.
It's not that. It's just they will freaking tag you for possible misinformation or warning. The topic of COVID is. Oh damn it! I did it.
Ah, boo.
I'll edit it out in post.
What are they gonna do? Demonetize us? 0% of 0 is 0.
Yeah, half of nothing is still nothing.
That's what he used to say all the time when we were doing music stuff. Where it's like, oh man, you can get sued. I was like, 0 fucking. What are they gonna get out of me? Freaking $5? They're not gonna get shit.
Hold on, let me see. That carry the 5 and 0 divided by that is 0 divided by that is still 0.
Yeah. I mean, those $4 freaking Spotify royalty checks are just coming in strong.
Oh, are they?
That's a quarter, gentlemen.
They must be going to your mailbox.
Yeah, well, no, I'm talking about my music, not this fucking debacle.
This shit show.
So anyway, besides the big casino, what's up with you there, Sailor Boy?
School's winding down.
Well,
Regents exams being given. Got a softball tournament this weekend.
Ooh, hey, do you remember? I remember that Regents exam. Wasn't it the one year where they printed the answers in the fucking post?
Dude, the fucking chemistry Regents when I was in high school. And I walk in and Mr. Barron's like, Johnny, you taking the Regents? And I was like, yeah. He goes, hurry up, go buy the newspaper. The answers are on the front page. I was like, Mr. Barron's, you're kidding, right? And he goes, no. Went to the store and fucking they printed them on the front page. They canceled it that year.
Yeah, it's like that beautiful Twitter account that I think Daryl turned me on to where it was like stupid. I forget what it was called, but it was people sending pictures of like, hey man, I just got my new freaking MasterCard in the mail today. And they would hold up the pictures of the card.
Can I see the code on the back to make sure it's legit?
Yeah, I think that was before the old code and stuff, but people would be sitting there like, yeah, I got my new freaking MasterCard in today. It's like, you dumbass.
People are not very smart.
Yeah, so you got you got softball tournaments, you got we were gonna go see concerts and graduations and Father's Day and everything. It's all
no
for me at least. But
yeah,
hey,
I mean it's all my whole fucking life right now is about softball. Literally before this, I was I had to take Mila to softball practice, and they're just batting. So, and on the on the fucking way back, I'm driving. And I'm like, what the hell's that in the road? And I'm like, is that a turkey? It was a turkey and like 6 little baby turkey chicks crossing the street. And of course, I stop and I'm like, I'm watching cars the other way. And I'm like, oh God, please don't let them run them over. Please don't. Because I'm just thinking like what assholes people can be like, oh, 200 points for a turkey. Oh, 1,000 points for a baby turkey. I mean, I'm the guy that stops and picks up turtles in the middle of the road.
I remember you did that once when we lived in Cold Spring. There was a big turtle on the road. Everybody stopped. And you went out and grabbed the turtle. But yeah, it reminds me of one time I was coming home. This is a good back in the day story.
What?
Back in the days when I was young.
God damn it, we're old. We didn't hit the post there, cocksucker. Anyway, there was one time I was coming home from work, and I used to take these back roads to go from work, even though it was like just a short trip. And I'm going over there, and
when you're driving home from work drunk, that's what you got to do.
You know, mistakes were made, like last week's episode. Mistakes were made. No, I was actually sober. One of the few times I was back at that job, because we used to have freaking we used to have barbecues on Friday. We would just get a case of beer and just sit outside and drink, and you know. So, but this was a sober day. I was driving back, and I see this turkey. Like they're all over the place around here, you know, just like wild turkeys. And I see it over there, and I'm thinking of the old WKRP where it's like, as God is my witness, I thought turkeys could fly, right?
Les Nessman in the turkey drop.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm driving, and I see this turkey on the side, and I'm like, okay, well, I'm staying far enough away from it. This was back, I think, when I had my Z28, my freaking Camaro.
No way, you had a fucking you had the Guida car.
Yeah, that's right. The one I used to put the freaking cinder blocks in the trunk because there was no weight in the car whatsoever.
Oh, yeah. And it was rear-wheel drive. No good in the snow on that.
Yeah, I love that car. But anyway, I'm driving, and I have the T-tops off and stuff, so it's nice out. And I'm driving, and I see this turkey on the side of the road. I'm like, okay, well, he's far enough away. I could just kind of pass him. And all of a sudden, this fucking bird starts taking flight like this. He's got big, and he's coming right at me. And I'm like, oh my God.
It's coming right for us.
And I go to turn, and I hit it right on and it flies over my car.
Oh, shit.
I thought it was going to fly, like, sit next to me and be like, hey, how you doing? You know? It feathers everywhere. I freaked out. I went and I pulled, and it was so funny because on that same road, there's a nursery, where they sell plants and all that shit.
Okay.
Like a garden-y, like there's
garden
and nobody goes there because it's like on the fucking middle of nowhere. So I hit this turkey and I'm like, oh my God, did I kill it? What's happening? And I pull into the nursery and like the people are like, like they're so happy somebody freaking showed up. And I'm just like sitting there like, no, I think I just hit an animal. I just need like 2 minutes to calm down. And they were just like, oh, you're not coming in for any flowers or anything? I'm like, no.
The fucking turkey's funeral. Yeah. He was a sad turkey. He killed himself. He jumped in front of a car. Me and
hitting animals, like that's that whole thing where I don't like to do that stuff.
No.
But at the same time, if it comes down between me and a squirrel, that squirrel's getting fucking run over. I don't care. Like, I've seen people freaking dart and smash into trees.
I agree. Squirrel lives matter too.
Yeah, squirrel lives matter, everybody. But yeah, that was one. And then made me also think about the time we were at your house when you lived in Mayapack.
Oh, shit.
We were leaving your house, and I'm picking up I forget where we were going. Were we going to, we were probably going to, Images or something like that.
Oh, yeah.
Something like that, where I pick everybody up in
Especially
the car.
If you're driving.
Yeah.
You're driving,
right.
I was drinking.
Yep, yeah. Somebody's taking turns. So I remember picking you up one time. We're going down this road, and same thing. I'm driving straight. There's a dog. A cute dog just sitting on the lawn, And I'm driving slow. I'm not, barreling it down there, but we're all in the car. We're all, whatever. And I'm driving, and then I just see the dog, same thing as the turkey, right? It's going like this. It's galloping, and I'm like, oh. And then the dog just headbutted my car. And it was like, dunk. And I was like, oh my God, I hit a car. Oh, and the same thing. I'm panicking. I slow down. And then I was like, should I go back? I'm afraid to go back. And, but I was like, and we're like, yeah, we should probably go back because, I don't want to be
you don't want to leave a dead dog sitting on the road.
Yeah, I didn't want to kill a dog and just take off fuck you, So we go back and the dog's gone. The dog just kind of rammed into my car, headbutted it, and then must have taken off somewhere. So I was like, is this the house? This is the house. So I think we knocked on the door, and I said, lady, I apologize. I was just coming down this road. I wasn't going fast. Your dog came out and I think it broke my headlight or something. I think it might have damaged my car. I said, I'm real sorry, but your dog... And then she starts yelling at me where you hit my dog? Where is he? I don't know where he is. The dog is... And then you come out, you're like, yeah, fuck you, bitch. You should have had it on a leash to begin with.
Hell yeah.
You were like, you always have this fucking dog running around. But I felt so bad. Thankfully...
Well, she was cutting into my drinking time.
Yeah, exactly. We had shit to do.
We're trying to do the right thing, and she's holding us up, and I want to get drunk.
Yeah, we got freaking bottles to drink and freaking pumpkin bags to run over. And
that's right. Wagon wheels to steal.
Yeah, stealing signs. Good kid stuff.
Yeah, teenage shit.
That's why I worry about my kids are good kids. They're freaking nerds, which is great. I don't have to worry about shit I was doing at that age. Jesus.
Oh, boy. Yeah, that's what I tell Kate all the time. She's like, always like, oh, what's this? And what are they doing? Where is he? And I was like, if they're not even doing half the shit we were doing when they were age. We were their age. It's like, think about what you were doing to know the fact that they're not doing that.
Yeah, there are things where, with technology, obviously, and social media and all that, it's really scary what kids deal with. But at the same time, I think it's my father's generation, they did fucking crazy shit. My father used to say every time I got caught doing something, he's like, ain't nothing that you did that I didn't do 10 times worse. So what'd you do? Kid growing up in fucking Brooklyn, he was doing some crazy shit. So he did crazy shit. My shit was, I guess, not as crazy as his, although I think it was pretty bad. So I think our kids' generation is just kind of that maybe they're doing less than we did, but I don't know. I just pray that, just don't have an OnlyFans and just freaking.
Oh my God! Please, no OnlyFans.
Do you know that your daughters have an Instagram and then a Finstagram, which is a fake one? I was like, as long as they don't got OnlyFans, I don't give a shit.
And
if they do, how much you charging?
I just want to make sure they're making good money off of it.
I know, at least charge $10.99. You see some of those OnlyFans, Jesus Christ, that fat bitch ain't getting fucking $10.99. What the hell?
Is that the new equivalent of the fucking stripper pole? I don't want my kid winding up on the stripper pole. Now it's like I don't want him winding up with an OnlyFans.
Yeah, seriously, that's the fucking I think a father's biggest fear with their daughters. You don't want to be freaking trolling freaking porn. I'm like wait a second.
Oh God, it's like that scene from the movie Hardcore where he's sitting in the theater and he's like, No. Turn it off. He's watching his daughter get railed by a freaking like a guy with a monster cock, and he's like, no, turn it off. That's George C. Scott.
Oh yeah, that's a classic one. That one, and that always reminded me of that movie 8mm, which I highly recommend.
Oh God, yeah.
That's Nick Cage and an early Joaquin Phoenix.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, he does that. I used to tease it when we were looking at a porn store. Like we do the same thing. It's like, you got any? We got some hardcore porn. He goes, anything harder? We got real bondage. Any hard like snuff? And he's watching that. He's watching same thing. He's watching that freaking snuff video. It's a highly recommended movie. It's a good family. I think it's on Disney Plus.
It is.
Check it out.
You know what?
And that's got Uncle June in there. He's got fucking James Gandolfini's in that one.
I don't think that's right, Greg. I don't think it's on Disney Plus.
No?
No.
Oh. Maybe Nickelodeon. I don't remember.
I don't know. It's the House of Mouse, baby.
That's right.
Oh, God.
So so I guess that's our weeks for today. I'll be spending it here in the compound. Hopefully catching up on a lot of movies and TV and more.
Maybe I could suggest some new TV from what I've watched and movies from what I've watched this week.
Ooh, well, you want to hit us with some of that, or you want to do the news first?
No, we could do the news first.
News it up there, fuckface.
Let's see. Do we have the news theme? I don't think we have the news theme.
Oh, okay. Here, I'll play it right now.
Hey, man, quit acting like a nutsack. I'm tired of that.
That is not the news theme.
Nobody likes when you act like a nutsack.
Oh, act like a nutsack.
Everybody wants to tell you smell like a butt crack. Hey, man, quit acting like a nutsack. Like a nutsack.
There you go. That's your news theme for today.
Well, then. So, speaking of Joaquin Phoenix,
a
little bit update from, I don't know how true this is. We're looking at the Joker 2. There's this rumor that the Joker 2 is going to be a musical.
What?
And they're looking at Lady Gaga to play Harley Quinn in it. I don't know how true that is.
I did hear about that, and at the same time, I was like,
that hurts my soul.
Is this going to be another one of those, like, remember he did that movie or that documentary that was completely fake where he grew the beard?
Yep.
I'm not here or something like that.
Yep.
I was like, are they trolling us? Are they really going to do a musical?
Oh, I totally bet they are.
I could see this being like he's in Arkham Asylum. He's losing his mind. Like, have you ever seen that movie? The Bjork movie. Is it bringing out? I forget the name of the movie.
Bjork made a movie?
Bjork made a musical movie. And it's, look it up. I'll have to look it up on my side too.
Dancer in the Dark.
Dancer in the Dark?
Yeah.
Was it? Yeah. I had it's if you actually get a chance to watch it's a great movie.
Catherine Denvenue, David Morse. Wow, looks like an all-star studded cast.
I remember my buddy Pete bought that for me on DVD for a birthday once.
Did.
And it's a great movie. But it's similar to that where the premise is Bjork, she's blind. She's kind of like a blind. And is she deaf too? I don't remember. But she has all these visions in her head of a musical in her life, but it's not actually happening. You know, it's all in her brain. I can see Joker too going that way. Like,
okay,
he's stuck in Arkham and he has these weird fucking,
fantasies.
Musicals. It could happen. Who knows?
It could.
Who knows?
But other news, interesting. Apparently, we're getting a real life Squid Game movie. Not movie.
Yeah.
It's a Squid Game TV show with 465 players with a top prize of $4.56 million. I don't know how that's working.
That's interesting because I heard about that too, and I'm like, okay, there's no, what's the consequences? It's not like they're going to kill these people. Like, are they going to do the red light, green light? And then ho, you got hit with a paintball. Like, what? No. I mean, they could.
Hey, Hot Pants, tuning in on my ride home. That's your little woman.
Oh,
And
good.
And Jeff said they're back. We were back last week, Jeff. Lars von Trier directed that movie. That man is a fucking fountain of I don't know what kind of knowledge.
Oh, Dancer in the Dark.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good. I mean, there's the soundtrack is good too, but it's Bjork. It's fucking weird.
Bjork.
Yeah, and the end is, I won't spoil the end. It's just a complete fucking downer. It's like Joker. You watch that movie at the end, you go, I'm gonna rethink my life.
Sun's out, guns out. What you smoking, Greg?
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's right.
Okay, so this is the new.
I'm wearing my rainbow for Pride Month.
Oh God, this is this one. I don't know where this is going. The only one that's more fucked up than this story is the one coming later. But we get one report saying that Amber Heard has been completely cut out of the new Aquaman movie. Then you get her PR teaming going no, it's not true. It's not true. And the studio goes, well, we didn't completely cut her out, but her role has been significantly reduced. So, yeah, see ya, bitch.
Yeah, I don't think that she had a big part. From what I understand, is that it's not like a Flashpoint thing,
right?
Which I'm sure we'll get to later. But where she's a main character,
right.
You can cut her out 15, 20 minutes, or even just replace her.
Yeah,
do a fucking whatever,
rotoscope her face out, or do a deep fake.
Let me tell you, Late to the Party episode never saw the first Aquaman.
What? Then you
never saw the first Aquaman.
You completely missed the fucking squid playing the drums.
My loss, I guess. I don't know. I wasn't, let me say, Jason Momoa doesn't really, he's good in small doses.
Yeah.
He was good in Justice
My
League.
man.
My man. I couldn't picture watching a whole movie of him being like, God, dressed like a fish. I dig it.
That's the FOMO Momoa.
Yeah.
Well, alluding to what you were talking about, Ezra Miller. Right?
Everybody. Oh, we never made the bingo cards. We got to make those this weekend.
Well, I don't know. I think we would have had a full bingo card this week because I'm trying to be a little bit more proactive here.
Okay.
And during the week when I see things, I have a little text document on my computer. I just highlight, copy, paste. And this story just kept getting bigger and bigger as the week went on.
It's a drama, yeah. It's bigger than the Amber Heard Johnny Depp thing.
I was gonna say, fuck the Amber Heard Johnny Depp trial. I want to see bad boys, what you gonna do? I want to see that with fucking Ezra Miller, where they're Dog the Bounty Hunter and cops going after Ezra Miller.
That would be awesome. Now that's a reality show I would watch. Fuck that Squid Game one. I'll watch freaking Finding Ezra Miller.
Well, he's reportedly on the run and avoiding law enforcement so that they can't serve him with papers related to a protective order, and that's the one that we talked about last week with that kid whose parents he was grooming the kid. But wait, there's more, because there's more grooming accusations. There's another kid who Ezra Miller has been paying attention to, that their parents finally got their court order / order of protection against Ezra Miller done. He's been harassing them, coming after the kid's family. And then to add more to this story, another layer, apparently Ezra Miller deleted their Instagram account after posting a string of memes mocking the cops for the fact that they couldn't find the actor.
I saw that. Yeah. Dude, seriously. Somebody get on that, Finding Ezra Miller. Get Dog the Bounty Hunter. Oh. Yeah. Get freaking... Yeah. I love that commercial they used to have for cops where it was
searching for Ezra.
Now 2 hours. More time, less shirts. Because nobody had shirts on. They're well... yeah, dude. Ezra Miller, what are we going to do with that poor guy? What are we going to do with poor Ezra Miller? I mean, that movie... I don't think we'll ever see it. I don't know. I don't know at this point. They gotta just put it out on HBO Max and just say fuck it.
Yeah.
Cut your losses at this point.
Because I could see people going, I'm not fucking going to see it in theater. I'm gonna boycott it.
Yeah, I mean, they're talking a year from now, which is silly because it's been out for so long. I said before on past episodes, I'm afraid it's gonna do the whole New Mutants thing, where it was just delayed for 3-4 years, and then when it finally comes out, everybody's just like, what? Who? Yeah. Or it could be just a big thing. I think personally, even if you released it like this summer, people will go. They'll go just to see. People love a car crash.
Yep.
Right. So why are you avoiding it? All right. Some people will boycott it. It's like the Passion of the Christ. Like people went to see it anyway. It made $1 gazillion.
That's right.
Nobody gave a shit about controversy sells, man. So.
Spoiler warning. Spoiler warning. Spoiler warnings. He dies at the end.
Shit.
The Passion of the Christ. Yeah. But don't worry, he comes back.
Yeah, and he makes his hand like a whistle.
Yes. he's like Jason and Freddy. Let's see. Really quick. I'm not even going to spend a lot of time on this. These are just quick drop-offs. The Obi-Wan show. They're going to do like a 5-hour movie event at like one theater in fucking Toronto. So who cares about that? There was like a news article about that. Like, who cares? That's like fucking clickbait. But that's like the Spider-Man shows. The earlier Spider-Man movies are coming to Disney Plus, but only in England. So we can't even.
We're not going to get secure VPN.
That's right. Secure VPN. Try us. No, they're not a sponsor. Shh.
I know. Well, you could be a sponsor. Speaking of which, go to heypalwhatsnew.com. Be a sponsor, will you? Don't cost nothing, at least at first. We're like drug dealers. The first one's free. The next you gotta. But yeah, I don't even know where I went with that. Yeah,
the Obi-Wan Kenobi come to the movie theaters. Who cares? I'm not gonna sit for 5 hours and watch it. As good as it is,
but it did prove something that they said the last episode apparently is like an hour and a half.
Right.
So it's like a movie. So. Nobody's gonna go see that. I mean, nobody would see it in the theater. I mean, I would if it was local. But at least we know, like these past episodes of Obi-Wan, which we'll probably get into with TV, but they've been great, but they're short. They're like 35 minutes. Like, dude, we've been waiting so long for this show, and it's good. Don't get me wrong. I'm loving it so far, but like...
Are they all that short?
Yeah, I mean, with the credits and everything like that, like real actual showtime is like 35 minutes.
Oh, I felt like it was longer.
Nah, I mean, they seem longer, but, you do have to factor in the intro and the credit. The credits are long.
True.
A lot of people are saying that, if you look on there, I think the episodes are maybe like 45 minutes or 50 minutes with the intro and outro. So, there's a lot of time. I know, especially like I do it with all the shows, which we'll get into on the Disney Plus, where you're fast forward and try to like, is there a post credit? Is there a post credit? Is there a post credit? And then when it shrinks and then they show like the Phantom Menace, like I'd ever watch that again. Yeah, I'm like, damn it, no post credit. So we'll see. But yeah, I'm excited to see the end of that show. But we'll get to that later.
We are getting a Jon Snow. I know you're late to the party on this one too. A Jon Snow spinoff series for Game of Thrones.
Okay.
Apparently they're in development with it, and it will have Kit Harington, who played Jon Snow in the original series, so that'll be fun. He's a big character. And one last bit of sad news. I feel like I have to sneak this in there. Legendary comic artist Tim Sale has passed away. He was responsible for things like the Batman Long Halloween.
Really?
Yeah.
I did not know that he passed.
I think he was 63.
63, that's young.
60-something. It's fucking stupid because you know how I found out about this? I was on one of my tech websites. It wasn't even a fucking, like, comic book entertainment kind of thing. And I'm just scrolling. At the bottom, it's like all of a sudden you get to the bottom of the page and it's like little tiny stories that you think are clickbait. You're like, I'm not going to fucking click on that. And I saw it and I was like, wait, what? Legendary comic artist? And I think the picture they used for him is like an old picture.
Well, Shagger Dave is always good for those comic book RIPs. He's very engrossed in the comics more than anybody I know. So
66.
That is a shame.
He was 66 years young. Oh,
66 years young.
Yeah, I got that news yesterday.
What happened?
Honestly, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think they said. Passed with his love of his life beside him and loves you very much. The cause of death was not revealed.
Yeah, well, could be anything at that age, But that sucks. Big bucket of win, as Kevin Smith would say.
That's all my news I got.
All right.
You know,
That's good. Hey, should we put I'll give you another one here for your outro.
Your pussy stank. Your pussy stank. Your pussy stank. Your pussy stank. Feminine wash.
feminine wash,
Feminine wash.
feminine wash.
Feminine wash. It takes
Beautiful.
It's all late.
Beautiful.
We're working with what we have, guys, because we don't have the theme song. So
Yeah.
you're getting special bits like, Stop Acting Like a Nutsack. And that person, we'll give him a shout out.
The two of
that's
you.
That's Ruthless Puppets on TikTok.
Ruthless Puppets on TikTok. Check them out, people.
Good stuff.
It's because we're FaceTiming and it's going through a soundboard too. The audio from like clips on the show don't loop back through for some stupid reason. I don't know.
Hey, look, that's just going to make you subscribe to the audio version of it because my boy JohnAlex does a good job of cleaning all this stuff up, editing it, and you're just getting live action here, But if you subscribe, every episode comes out on Tuesday. The audio version, it's all nice and clean. It's got the things in it. It's great. It's great.
It's great. You just, fucking beautiful. Fucking beautiful.
Yeah, you want to get on this thing and what do you just want to look at my guns? You want to look at fucking John's head? You want to look at my fucking hair? Take care, brush your hair, whatever. Oh, he's great. Was it Meals by Coog or something like that? CUJ. He does reviews of pizza places, and he's like, it's a fucking 10 out of 5 models. Take care, brush your hair.
Think quick, suck a dick.
That's right. Hey, pal, what's new? Anyway, so you said that you saw some movies.
I
did.
You? I went to the theater and saw I don't get this one. I thought it was Jurassic World, Dominion, and it's not.
No colon?
It's Jurassic World Dominion. Now, is that Jurassic World Dominion? Like, I don't fucking know. Anyway, I don't even know how to say it. Like,
did it smell like a colon?
A little bit. I mean, it wasn't fucking horrible as I think everybody says, but it really makes you rethink this whole legacy characters. They're not that fun. They're actually kind of annoying.
Well, yeah. I mean, I've been hearing a lot of stuff. I haven't seen it, but from what I hear, it's better than Fallen Kingdom, which was a turd.
Yes.
Doesn't really I was hoping in any of the trilogies, the original one and this one, that it would get to the point where I had heard some other shows talk about they should have done more of a Planet of the Apes kind of shit.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Fucking, dinosaurs have taken over the world and we're just trying to survive,
That would be 10 times. That would make a great TV series.
Yeah. So who knows? Maybe, down the line when the bad taste gets out of everybody's mouths and they want to do another Jurassic Earth or whatever the fuck they want to call it, I'd be down with that. But I'll be honest, I don't even think I've seen another Late to the Party episode. I don't think I've seen any of the new trilogy of Jurassic World.
Oh.
I've seen Jurassic Park, obviously, and
sure,
stuff like that.
When we had the apartment together, I had it on Laserdisc.
That's right. Yeah, we used to do the cup of water sound test.
That's right.
When the water shook, it would be like the whole freaking apartment would shake. It was great.
Corona.
Tugboat.
So it was. I mean, it was kind of annoying. It was fine though. You got your. Oh, look, they're doing that. Oh, Dodson, we got Dodson over here.
Oh, Dodson.
Oh, look, it's the canister of fucking Barbasol.
That's what I heard too. Yeah,
but
I mean, what do you give it on the chubbo-meter?
I don't know, like a quarter chub.
Yeah,
I gotta squeeze it. I gotta squeeze it to get it in and hope that it stays stiff enough to keep pumping.
You got it like a little when you're it does like the old
yeah.
Like twitching.
Well, the only thing that
something's going on here. What the hard to steer this thing.
The only thing that gets less fucking chubbometer than that was the other movie I saw.
Less than a quarter chub.
I saw that movie Father Stew, or as I like to call it, Father Boo.
Oh my! Father Stew. Who's in that?
Fucking Mark Wahlberg. Fucking Mark Wahlberg.
I'm a fucking priest.
I'm a fucking priest over. I'm a priest over here. I think God wants me to do shit. I'm gonna fuck this good.
Let's talk about Marky Mark's career.
Wait. I'm gonna fuck this good Catholic girl over here. And how do I get? Oh, God spoke to me and said, "Become a priest, so I can't fuck you anymore." I gave up my chastity to you, dude. It was so bad.
It's a transformer. I was trying to think when you said that, Marky Mark, any movies that I enjoyed with him in it. Basketball Diaries.
Rockstar.
And Rockstar. All right, I'll give him those two.
And that's a huge cock.
Oh, God
Boogie
damn.
Nights.
Yeah, one of my favorites.
Boogie
Nights. All right, Mark, you get a pass. You can get those. I mean, he's done some real freaking turds as of late, but oh my God, how can I forget Boogie Nights? It's like one of my all-time favorite movies.
I did.
Buck Stereo City, come on.
I just don't get him.
I don't either. He doesn't have...
Fuck Marky. Fuck Mark Wahlberg. Give me Donnie Wahlberg. I'll take Donnie any day.
Seriously. I mean, Donnie, who's your favorite new kid? Call me Donnie. Who's your favorite new kid? Back to the old Kevin Smith references.
Oh, God.
Yeah, I mean, I can't think of like I said, he's done some of my favorites, but he doesn't really have the... It's sad because...
He doesn't have the range.
I remember Basketball Diaries thinking, holy shit, this is fucking Marky Mark. Like, that's a great movie.
But he basically plays himself in that movie.
True.
He's not doing anything special. And even in fucking Rockstar, he's playing himself. And
yeah.
in Boogie Nights, he's playing himself. Like,
yeah, if he plays a dumb fucking dude.
It's exactly it. Just your dopey, dumb, like, fucking guy who... I'm not saying he's not a smart guy in real life, but... That's the roles he seems to excel at, is just like that dopey guy who's got talent.
Yeah. All right, well, I'll give Ted, too. That was okay.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But even in Ted, he plays that dopey guy who just, has talent.
Yeah, I don't know how he gets these fucking roles.
It's that huge cock.
Apparently, yeah, I guess. Feel it. Feel the vibration.
That's right.
So it's Donnie D on the back up. Drug-free. So put the crack up.
Speaking of music, I did...
How did I know that?
I don't know.
Ooh, feel it.
I don't know it. I did watch one other movie, a little movie called So the other night I'm trying to fall asleep because, tonight will be my first night back in the boudoir.
Ooh,
now that
you got the clearance.
Now that Kate's out of wearing a mask and all that other shit. I watched this. I was trying to fall asleep. I just couldn't sleep. I was so uncomfortable. I was like, let me put on when you put something on that's just such you're watching, you're like,
yeah.
I should have rewatched Father Stew. But I put on this movie on Netflix. I was like, all right, this is one of those cheesy tweeny movies that I'll start watching. Be like, okay, like watching a Hallmark movie. You don't care that you fall asleep in the middle of it. And I don't know what was so intriguing about this stupid fucking movie that I had to watch it to the end. I think it was up until 3:00 in the morning that night. It's a movie called Mixtape. It's on Netflix. It's on Netflix.
Okay.
It's this girl whose parents, her mom had her at 16 and her grandmother had her mother when she was young.
Whores.
But then her parents...
I'm kidding.
But then her parents died, so grandma's raising her. And she goes through these boxes and finds, wait for it, a mixtape that her parents had made. And she puts it into this old Walkman. Now, the whole movie, I think, takes place in 1999 because they make a big deal about the Y2K bug.
Okay.
And she starts listening to the mixtape, and what always happens in a tape deck?
Eats the tape.
It ate the fucking tape, and now she's all upset. But she's got the little cassette liners that's got the song listing. She goes to this record store and is like, I need these songs. And it just takes it from there. It's a discovery, trying to know her parents because they died when she was 2. And I honestly was thinking, I was like, I feel like this is the kind of movie that Greg and Violet would enjoy sitting on the couch watching this cheesy shit.
I'll have to check that out though.
You may want to pre-watch. You may want to pre-watch it first to see if it's something she might like, but because your kid better than I do.
She has the attention span of a gnat. She'll put on something that's just 10 minutes later, she's walking out the door. I'm like, what? Dude. I thought we were... The last movie she watched from beginning to end was Halloween Kills, I think.
Wow.
And maybe Firestarter, she got close to the end. Horror movies, she'll stick her. But even then, it's just like, we spend all this time like going like, all right, her thing is she loves to watch scary movies. So I finally find one, put it on, 15 minutes, she's out the door. And then I'm stuck watching it. But I will definitely check out the mixtape. That just triggered something as far as Guardians of the Galaxy.
Trigger warning. Go ahead.
He had those damn mixtapes through space.
Yeah.
And they never got eaten. Those are some good fucking Memorex tapes, man. Jesus. He's traveling through space with freaking warlocks and all kinds of crazy shit. That tape, he didn't have to bring out the pencil once.
Nope.
The old kids these days, they don't fucking know. They don't know about the tape.
Or when it eats your tape, if you're lucky, it eats your tape and it breaks, but it's still all hanging out. And you can kind of like get it and then like take a piece of Scotch tape, put it underneath, and do your own little like home ghetto splice.
There are cassettes or songs that I hear on streaming that I expect like skips on my albums, like
yeah. Or the other one was when it ate it so bad that it kept going and pulled it in, and now you got to break out the little screwdriver and take the cassette apart.
Ooh, that's freaking dedication.
Oh yeah,
that's dedication. Yeah, kids, man, freaking tapes.
They don't know the pain. They don't know the pain.
They don't know the pain. Just like last episode, we talked about the porn tape that just got taped over.
Oh God.
Classic. It was a classic. The only movie that I watched this week was I went down a James Gunn rabbit hole. I didn't watch Super because you did mention that you watched Super.
Yeah.
I rewatched Slither. Have you ever seen Slither?
I have.
Oh, that's the first James Gunn movie I was a fan of when that came out. And for some reason, I was like, God, I haven't seen Slither in forever. I mean, Nathan Fillion in there. You got freaking, you got Jenna Fisher in there. You got all kinds of good people in there. Who was the main character?
Elizabeth Banks.
Elizabeth Banks.
Michael Rooker.
And Michael Rooker. Yeah. I mean, what a freaking disturbing... Like, it's definitely him coming out of that trauma era.
Oh, yeah.
Of, like, this is his first movie. Like, and apparently, from what I heard, that, it wasn't a big hit, but it was enough money so he could make Super, because that's what he wanted to make. So it gave him the opportunity and the money to make Super.
Well, from what I understand, that's what M. Night Shyamalan Ding Dong does.
Ooh.
He does like one for me, one for the studio, one for me, one for the studio, and his whole production is like in house. So like when it costs all this money to make it, and it's like, well, it cost $10 million, or like $50 million, and it only made $65 million. It's like, yeah, he made $15 million. Like that's him. That's not the movie studio and everything else. It's like all. He does everything himself, so that it's like fucking Iron Maiden with their plane. It's like we fly our own plane, so we don't have to pay a pilot.
Yeah,
and we have our own plane.
I mean, M. Night. I can't think of the fucking movie that was,
Take your pick.
All of them suck balls. I'm sorry.
I see dead people.
Besides that one, it's like, what else? I mean, The Village. I don't know.
Unbreakable. I'll give Unbreakable. I'll give him that.
A lot of people jerk off on Unbreakable.
I like it because it's a super...
I fell asleep twice trying to watch it.
In all honesty, I like it because it feels like the superhero version of the Joker. It's like he's not really a hero. He's not what you waiting for him to be. And then in the end, he is. It's like, oh, he realizes he does have these powers. He's always been like, no, I'm not that. I'm not that. Stop it. And then he does. Like, spoiler for a fucking 20-year-old movie, but whatever.
Yeah. You got died harder than Bruce Willis, as Ice-T would say.
Yeah. I feel like it was more, as weird as it sounds for a superhero movie, it was more grounded in reality.
Okay. I'll give you that. I mean, a lot of people talk about Unbreakable. And then, after that, I can't think of anything, really. Signs. All right, signs. Everywhere there's signs. Blocking up the scenery.
I saw the sign, and it opened up my eyes. I saw the sign.
Another Joaquin Phoenix treat, Signs.
Oh God.
Yeah, good old Joaquin. Oh boy. So, all right. So that's movies. Slither. If you have not seen that movie, anybody out there that's listening, give Slither a shot. If you're a James Gunn fan, if you love the freaking Peacemaker and all that stuff, this is the OG, the original. Before he was a Disney show and before he was a DC boy, he was fucking Slither and Super. Those two are right up there. One of my favorite monster horror movies.
Do you have any new? Did you watch any new TV this week?
I did finally watch Ms. Marvel. I watched that today.
And what's your hot take?
Hot take is I liked it. I like the representation. I don't think it's more of could I relate to it?
Right.
Not really. I'm not a tween. But it's cool to see brown people freaking being a superhero in Jersey City, no less.
Fucking Jersey.
Fucking Jersey City. 10 out of 5 my-owns for that one. Yeah, I mean, it was good. I like the premise. Okay. I want to see how it ties into the Marvels, which is coming out whenever. But I like Kamala Khan, that character, and like I said, seeing somebody brown represented as a superhero in Jersey City, which everybody ignores that freaking city. I think it was cool. I like the whole visual kind of take. It's very Scott Pilgrim, like very
the way the text messages are woven into the environment when you're watching it. It's you can't just put that on and be like, well, I'll kind of half watch it.
Yeah, you can't half-ass that show. I mean, but I was pleasantly surprised. And I do like how with the Marvel stuff, it's a different pace. I mean, before that, what did we get? Moon Knight? It's completely different. Yeah. And it seems like She-Hulk, which is supposed to be in August, is going to be kind of in that more kind of friendly, lighthearted way. Right. I'm all for it, man. You got to mix it up a little bit. You can't just be, like we were talking about the DC stuff where it's very dark and gloomy and blah, 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 every single one. It's like they have something for everybody, and it's not going to be your particular brand of vodka, some of this stuff. Hell, some of it's not my particular brand of vodka, but I'll give it a chance. But I enjoyed it. I definitely enjoyed it. Other than that, as far as TV was,
I hear you got pulled into watching Love on Netflix.
I did. Yeah, the girl and I, we started watching Love because it's funny because when I go over there,
I don't know it.
It's a Judd Apatow jam. It's a cute like love story. I don't know how really to describe it. I mean, one of the characters, no real big characters that you would know. Like, oh my God, it's this person. It's about this guy Gus who works. He works in a studio. He's like a tutor for a child actor, and then there's this other girl that he gets involved with she's an addict, but she's also addicted to love and she's addicted to sex. So she goes to those meetings. Oh yeah. And they kind of connect together, and it's very sweet. It's not. I'm not a big rom-com guy or anything like that.
How dare you?
What?
It's got nobody big in it. It's got Jillian Jacobs, who's like the main girl from Community.
No, I'm not a Community person.
Get the fuck out of here. Okay.
But, who's the guy with the big schnoz? He's apparently pulling a lot of tail in that show, and I don't see
Paul
why.
Rust?
Yeah. He's good. He's good. I mean, the show is interesting. It's kind of a younger Gen Z kind of thing, I guess. Right. But it's cute. Like, I'm not the type that gets into that rom-com stuff, but, the girl and I like to, when I come over, I'm like, oh, what are you watching? She's like, oh, I'm watching this show, Love. And I'm like, didn't that, like, she thought of, with Netflix, you find stuff and you think, like, this is recent. And it was out in, like, 2016 or something like that.
Okay, well, it's also got Brett Gelman, who plays the crazy conspiracy theory guy on Stranger Things.
Oh, yes, he is the, he's one of the heads in the,
it's got
the music.
Bobby Lee.
Bobby Lee is in it, who is fucking amazing as always.
David Spade.
Yeah, he was in it for like a second.
The guy, Randall Park. Now he plays the guy who's in all the Marvel things, who's like the Asian agent who's like,
yes,
teach me magic.
Yeah.
Oh, is that magic?
Yes, I mean,
they're all
so
those, but those are all probably minor roles in the movie. Like, they just show up and you're like, oh,
yeah. I mean, the conspiracy guy from Stranger Things, he's got a big role. He's like a boss. But yeah, I mean, if you get a chance, if you want something that's like, if you like Judd Apatow stuff,
I do.
Like I mean, I love King of Staten Island. I loved Trainwreck. It's very similar to that. Not necessarily like Girls, which he did. This is it's similar to that. If you like Judd Apatow shit, you'll love it. So yeah. I highly recommend that. So yeah, thank you. I'm sure my girl Manal reminded us of that. So yeah, other than that, I did watch the latest episode of The Boys.
Oh boy.
What'd you think?
It wasn't very thrilling. I mean, it was move the story. I feel like this is one of those episodes that moves the story along a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, the Soldier Boy stuff was cool.
Yeah.
Him coming back and that whole twist in the end about it, how, they're going, spoiler alert or whatever, they're going to use Soldier Boy against Homelander. So it's so funny how they do those, like, he is totally Captain America in Infinity War. Like that. Oh, yeah. Look, he looks exactly like it.
Oh, they're
with
not
the
even
beard
trying to hide
and everything.
it.
You're like, oh my God, could you be any more fucking?
Yeah, but everybody in that is somebody from, like, the one girl is freaking, Wonder Woman and Homelander's Superman and,
Yeah, they borrow from all that stuff. But, I mean, that was good because we thought, like, well, we said about that actor, it's like he's got to be in it more,
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, it wasn't one that I was like, oh my God. There wasn't a lot of crazy gore or sexual stuff or crazy shit.
But you see Homelander starting to fucking come apart.
Yeah. I mean, he is. Homelander in that show is just. There's people that play like, mustache twirling villains.
Yeah.
He is just.
Sociopath.
Sociopath. Thank you. It like ridiculous how he's just underlying, like, just very calm sociopath type thing. Who could snap at any minute. So.
The difference is when he snaps,
it's one of my favorites.
When he snaps, you blow up.
Yeah, like that one. There's that one scene in there where he's sitting at the board, and then everybody's just like basically blowing him, like, oh, you're the best thing in the world, and I'm so glad that you're ahead of now.
She asked him a fucking real question,
and I thought she was going to get lasered. I thought she was just going to get freaking killed right there. But he's trying to be like, no, I'm So,
and I could see the wheels turning. He's like, I don't fucking know what this is. I've made a huge mistake. What do I do? Oh, let me say that she's trying to fucking embarrass me and make her scared and then regain control of what's going on here.
Yeah, and he's got that chick that was actually the CEO or the one that was the PR chick.
Yeah.
She was in Fear the Walking Dead.
The one who likes her hair pulled out.
Yeah. She's she played a big bad in one of the seasons of Fear the Walking Dead.
I bet she did.
Yeah, and she was okay. She was kind of like, what she reminds me of, especially in that show. If you watch Fear the Walking Dead, she played this character. She was running like one of the communities that was, typical fucking insert bad guy here that's going to mess with our characters. But it was more like, it's more of a Western thing.
Right.
She totally could be a live action freaking chick from Toy Story. It's you, it's really you.
Why am I brain shitting on her fucking name? Jessie.
I am Jessie, yeah. Oh, she reminds me of a live action Jessie.
Jessie.
One of my favorite pastimes is taking those Disney Nickelodeon shows and changing the lyrics.
Yeah.
It's one of my favorite. Getting eaten now while I'm taking a shit. Hey, Jessie. It's the Mickey Mouse Clubhouse. Lick my balls, yeah, lick my balls.
The only TV I found new this week, I mean, I watched our Miss Marvel. I watched all that shit. And the normal shit that I watched, you don't watch. But actually, there was one I was going to talk about, but I'll just quickly say it was a stupid show called Players. That's
Players.
Yeah, it's a scripted wannabe, it's not a reality show, but it's like a scripted, almost like The Office is kind of thing, about a team of esports guys who play like League of Legends and shit.
Yeah, there's just so much content out right now.
Yeah.
It's just like,
well, FX
like
has that new show I was telling you about, The Old Man with Jeff Bridges and John Lithgow. I will say there's one scene they did some fucking magic where they got like young versions of them, but the guy who plays Lithgow, like, it's tough to do a person like that when you like. I've watched him in stuff at a younger age, and I can see how this actor is passable as like a young version of his character, but at the same time, I'm like, yeah, but I know what young Lithgow looks like.
Yeah, and then the other option is doing the whole DH thing, which you don't want to do.
Right, and but they had a Lithgow. I don't know if they dubbed it or this guy could talk like him, but he sounded just like a young version of him.
Oh, okay.
So it's Jeff Bridges plays this former like CIA whatever bad guy who everybody fears, kind of like the boogeyman kind of guy, but he's gotten out of the business. It's been 30 years. He has had a family and a wife and a kid, and it.
Well, that's just your opinion, man.
And they, and they come after him. They come after him, and now he's like, you fuck with the wrong person, blah, blah, blah. I don't know how it's going to go. There's 2 episodes up on Hulu right now. It does air. It aired last night on Fox, and then this morning they put it up on Hulu. That was okay. And then I watched one other stupid show. It's called God's Favorite Idiot. It's on Netflix. It's 8 episodes. It's got Melissa McCarthy. It's this guy who's chosen by God to like, it's funny and kind of sweet at the same time, but it's another one of these fucking Netflix shows that you watch and you're like, wait, that's the end? What the fuck just happened? And it's like they couldn't figure out how to end it, so like, we'll just have him run away, and if we get a season 2, we'll figure it out in season 2.
Yeah. You almost have to, like, especially with those shows, like, if you don't know if you're going to get picked up, it's kind of like, well, do we leave it on you can't leave it on a cliffhanger unless you're like balls positive these days, like, I'm going to get another season. And even that, it's just like, you got to kind of, like talk about back in the day, poor Alf.
Back in the days when I was young.
God damn it, we're old.
That's right.
They left Alf on a big cliffhanger, and then they canceled it. And we don't know what happened to the poor little guy.
They are releasing the Alf animated series. That's coming out.
Really?
The old school like cartoons. They're gonna release them online streaming.
Oh, I better get some Jergens lotion and get my cat.
Let me get the cat over here, Gordon Shumway. I don't know. I liked Alf. It was all right.
It's a thing of its time.
Yeah. It's right up there with Parker Lewis Can't Lose.
Yeah, Mr. Belvedere. Shit like that.
Those were all the Fox shows, right? I
think so.
I was reading an article the other day. I feel like that was like talking about the fact that like Fox, when they came out, fucking changed the game for TV because they created this whole slew of shows that were aimed at like teenagers.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think it started with The Simpsons, obviously, and it just kind of grew from there. What was it like? No, NBC was must-see TV, I think.
Yeah, but up until then, it was mostly geared towards like 20 to 50-year-olds. That was the target market, and everybody ignored like the 13 to 18.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was like pre-Nickelodeon,
yep,
pre-Disney Channel, all that stuff. Family friendly, but like at the same time, they started the whole animation, primetime animation type stuff. Yeah. There wouldn't be fucking Family Guy and all those other shits without Simpsons, and which I believe is still going. I have no idea. It's on like season 50 or something like that.
And you can watch it on Disney Plus.
Yeah,
because, Disney bought Fox, and that's one of the reasons that that fucking New Mutants movie was so delayed too, because it was lost in the limbo of that fucking sale.
Yeah, and same thing with Dark Phoenix. That kind of took a shit. I didn't mind Dark Phoenix. It wasn't horrible.
I didn't watch it.
I saw it in the theater actually because I liked the X-Men First Class and Days of Future Past. Apocalypse was a fucking turd. Oh, yeah. So I was like, all right, but this one was better than Apocalypse. I can't wait for Marvel to kind of, get their stank on freaking X-Men, see what they can do with it.
Oh, hell yeah.
We shall see. Who knows? Yeah, I think that's it as far as like TV goes. I think.
Yeah,
I can't think of anything else that I watched. And let me tell you, for music news this week, ain't shit.
Ain't shit.
Except for one guy, our boy Dizzy Parker, released two songs this weekend. If I want to pull it up on my old Discover,
I think Dizzy Parker needs to get fucking laid.
He needs to get what?
Laid. He's coming out with all his music. He's got too much free time on his hands.
Well, no, he's married now.
Oh, even
he
worse.
has a lovely bride to be. I mean, well, maybe she needs to do something with him. I don't know, but
you know how you get the taste of cock out of your mouth? Rim
How's
job.
Delicious. Yeah, he put out Distance, which is his new single that came out today. It's good, Dizzy Parker, what can you say? He's the fucking man. He's the hype machine. He's great. I love that kid. So yeah, definitely go out and support Dizzy Parker. He's got a new single out. He's doing this whole like City in the Clouds kind of thing.
Yeah.
Which is great. So he's been releasing singles and videos. And Clutch has a song. Clutch has a song called "We Strive for Excellence." I like the Clutch. Have you listened to the Clutch there,
no,
JohnAlex?
I haven't.
You have or you haven't?
No, I have not.
Oh, well, Clutch. There's some good old-fashioned fucking floor-to-the-floor rock and roll right there. There's some good stuff. Psychic Warfare. It's my favorite record by them. Very,
Is it on the playlist?
Not the new Clutch one, but I will put it on there. And same with, A Distance is on there. Our boy Diz, I put that on there. But I just kind of flipped through the Discover and saw like, oh yeah, that's right. Clutch came out with a new single. Everything else has just been kind of blah, blah, blah,
You know what else the music is
goes.
out?
What?
Beating their chests in sadness, you will hear them as they wail. But they don't have no tear ducts, so their face can't tell the tale.
All right, back a little.
In the heart of the jungle, just trying to stay alive. It takes more than just bananas for a species to survive.
Man, the amount of
now they play little symbols.
That's why I wanted to play that. That's that fucking, what's her name? Crimson whatever on The Boys. Her little Sarah McLachlan, the Chimpanzees Don't Cry thing. But you hit the nail on the head. The amount of fucking supplemental shit they have.
Yeah, just the little web shorts and all that stuff. I mean, they really go deep. Like you had showed me that they have a website for the dildos from the last episode, which I was mad I can't buy.
I know.
What the fuck?
Well, they also released the video of filming the shake and bake. From the previous episode from the first episode when they put Termite, that was the guy's name.
Yeah,
the Ant-Man is Termite. They put him in the fucking Ziploc bag of cocaine and shake him up.
Yeah.
Like there's video of this giant Ziploc bag filled with white shit. That's how they did it.
Oh wow!
I was hoping, and they said like, "Oh, video of the shake and bake," and I was like, I don't know why I was thinking. Wait, I get to see the giant fucking cock.
Yeah,
I was
give me that penis again. For God's
I was really
sakes.
hoping to see the giant penis.
Yeah, no giant penis for you, my friend. Yeah, but they put out all that. And how about that scene? Going back to The Boys. Of now, she's doing freaking webcam porn, and it's fucking Seth Rogen.
Oh yeah, Seth Rogen. I was like, wait, come back.
He's got the lube in the tissue, and he's like, no shirt on. It was very disturbing. But I was like, hey, wait, that's Seth Rogen.
He's
pulls
fucking
out the anal
everywhere.
beads.
Anal beads. I don't even know the size of those fucking things.
And then she puts them over the candles too. Like they're just, we didn't get a lot of
let's
gore.
warm these up.
Yeah, we didn't get a lot of gore, but we did get freaking superhero porn and Seth Rogen masturbating. So,
hell yeah.
You take what you can get. But yeah, music news wise, besides the Diz and the Clutch, really nothing out there right now. I've just been. I did add the Pixie song that you mentioned onto the playlist, which is good. I listened to the whole thing. It was great.
It was. I liked it.
I was not expecting that. At all.
And I find there's a lot of Pixie stuff that I'm not as familiar with that I listen to. I'm just like, all right.
I was fortunate to see them on the Doolittle tour at the Ritz with Walter. That's really all you need. I mean, they have. I mean, obviously they have a ton of other music that's great. But
I saw them open up for a little band called The Cure.
Yeah, you did.
With Love and
I
Rockets.
was sitting in the hospital with a freaking
hole cut in your side.
Yeah. I did get a shirt, though, so that's fine. But I will leave before we do this. I do want to add, which I will put on the website, which, by the way, guys, heypalwhatsnew.com. Make sure to check it out. We got merch up there. We have a page.
And
What the fuck is that?
Yeah.
You can get some of those on there. And, we have all our videos up there, the animation. The Yikes one is up there. I got to make a T-shirt for Yikes. It just says Yikes. Maybe with that guy's face. We'll put on the side like, yikes. That one on there. But one of the pages that we have been doing, which we've been kind of lax on, but, I'm going to put this one on there. Maybe we'll put, if I can find the Yo Pussy Stank and the stuff. It gets stuck in your head. I drive around all last week. Like, Yo Pussy Stank, feminine wash.
Feminine wash.
But this is what I saw on there, which I will add to the what the fuck is that? I will put it on here. See if you kids will dig this one.
Hardest part of Brazilian is over with, ladies. Now it's time for the butthole. One of the easiest things you can do while waxing. That's right.
Wait for it.
Ladies, don't forget not to fart. It's not good for the audition. Hardest part of Brazilian is over.
I mean, who doesn't love a good old blast in the face?
That's right.
You got to teach it. Like, what's that song by Crosby? So teach your children well. You got to teach the kids about farting. Like, I taught my kids about freaking crop dusting. It's the best.
Oh, yeah.
Who doesn't like a crop dust?
Well,
Hashtag drive-by.
A little carpet bomb.
If taking drugs is uncool, I'm the most uncool motherfucker on the planet.
Yeah, exactly.
If taking drugs is uncool, I'm the most uncool motherfucker on the planet.
So, yeah, I think we did it again. Oops, I did it again.
All over you.
All over your face, neck, and chest. All the Kevin Smith references are going strong today.
That's right.
But yeah, guys, so make sure.
If you're afraid of our website coming up in your browser, just go to gothichandjobs.com.